Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of Rachel's Page Turners. Today is Wednesday, which means it is Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday was created by the lovely Ginger Reads Laney, and I'll leave the link to the Goodreads group down in the doobly-doo below. This week's topic is your top 5 debut novels. At number 5, which I unfortunately don't have in physical copy, I only have it on my Kindle, and of course I can't do the magical thing in post-production. Windows Movie Maker won't allow that. But at number 5, I picked Looking for Alaska by John Green. Now, it's not my favorite John Green book, but it's definitely really enjoyable. I found the twist at the end very heartbreaking, and the whole idea, looking for your own great perhaps, is such a great concept, which is why this book made it onto this list as number 5. Sorry, I just realized how close I was to the camera. Hopefully I'm still in focus. At number 4, I have Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I picked up this book as part of the Year of Cosmere that's going on YouTube, and unfortunately I haven't been able to join in. But recently I picked up Elantris at my local library, which you saw in my Follow Me Around video. I find it really fitting that my first Brandon Sanderson book is his first book. I really enjoyed this book. The whole premise of this book is fantastic. It's really clever. It's high fantasy, but also deals with politics, and there is a kick-ass female lead. This book was just an overall enjoyable experience. I was a little disappointed in the end, which is why it made it to number 4. My third book on this list is Outlander by Deanna Gabaldon. I really loved this book. I thought the idea of a person going back in time was such a really cool concept, and it was so wonderfully written that it inspired me to continue on with the series. Right now I'm taking a break at number 6 because it's finally hit a lull. But don't worry, I really need to know what happens to Jamie and to Claire, so eventually I will pick up the series again. But if you haven't picked up this book yet, I highly recommend it. And this book was on someone else's top 5 list for this week, and I didn't know. Like, did you guys know this? It was called Cross Stitch in the UK publications. I didn't know that. I wonder why they changed the name for American audiences. And my last 2 books, you know what they are going to be. I mean, you have to. If you watched enough of my videos, you know what these last hooks are. Clearly I have Hobbit on the brain. You know what these last 2 books are going to be about. In fact, they actually showed up in quite a few other top 5 Wednesday lists for this week, and I'm so glad that they did. At number 2, I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I absolutely love this book. I absolutely love the series. And you guys know I wasn't allowed to read this growing up, so this is just a symbol of my angsty, rebellious stage as a teenager. And do I really need to get into the story? I think we all know what this is about. At number 1, it's clearly The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I actually didn't realize this was his debut novel. I figured there must have been something else. I don't know, like a book of poems or something. I was so glad to find out that this was his debut novel, which gives me another excuse to talk about this fantastic book. I know I probably talk about this book far too often, but it's my absolute favorite book, so if I have an excuse to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. So that was my top 5 Wednesday for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have to say this was a really tough topic. I saw a bunch of other videos, and some really great books has shown up, such as Sense and Sensibility, Cinder, Divergent. It was a really great discussion happening this week. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and especially subscribe if you're new to this channel. I would love to see you in the next video. Bye guys!